That's what you think, and talk about me.
Alright y'all, welcome back to this Mobile Legends tip series. It's your boy VeLL, and in this episode we're going to be talking about team compositions. It's no secret I'm a solo player just like most of you. That's why this series was created. If every solo player knows how to play the game properly, we won't run into the issues we're going to be talking about in this video. So be sure to drop a like on this video and share this series to help spread awareness. I want this series to reach everyone it could help so we all have a better experience when playing solo. But anyways, getting right into it, I noticed that when I'm playing, a lot of the times we lose the game before it even starts. When you're playing Mobile Legends, you have to realize it's not just about getting a strong hero and shitting on people. The game doesn't start when you've touched the ground and start running. The game starts at the hero selection screen. It's kind of like that saying where they say tournaments are won during the hours of practice leading up to it. When 3 people pick ADCs, it's a very bad sign. There are defined roles in Mobile Legends for a reason. It's because every role plays a big part in winning a game. In Mobile Legends, we have tanks, fighters, marksmen, assassins, and mages. If you don't know this already, the ADC and marksman are the same thing, so that's what I mean when I say ADC. Tanks should take damage and help initiate team fights. Fighters should initiate team fights, assassins should gank the ADC, mages should burst people down and provide crowd control, support should heal and keep the team ready for action, and marksmen should deal the bulk of the team's damage. Now we have 6 roles but can only choose 5, so obviously no matter what we won't have one of these roles. What heroes you pick comes down to the team comp and strategy your team will be going with. That's what's difficult about playing solo. There's no discussing strategy and team comp before the game, so it's really more like blind picking. That's also one of the issues I have with Mobile Legends at the moment. Sometimes solo players are paired against teams, which is completely unfair. They have an entire strategy for people who don't even know each other. So I want to address this for those of you who never understood all the matchmaking complaints. That's one of the big issues. If you're a glorious legend team going against solo players thanks to the matchmaking, it doesn't take skill to win and rank up. And that's why statistically so many players are capable of looking better than they actually are. But that's another topic. The point is, if you understand team compositions, even though you can't communicate, you'll still be able to make better picks. If you actually understand the picks you make, you'll make better in-game decisions. For starters, let's say the first pick is Layla. One hero you're not going to pick is Yong Zhao. It's honestly debatable if there's any situation where a Zhao pick is acceptable, but then again, that's another video. The reason you don't want to pick Zhao if Layla is the ADC is because Yong Zhao is a better early game hero. Layla is a late game hero. If anything, Zhao would be better if you had an aggressive team trying to end the game very fast. If your ADC is Layla, you're not ending the game fast. She doesn't get max range until level 12, and even when she does get max range, she can't really do substantial damage until after max level. By the time Layla is bringing the most value and capable of carrying the game, Zhao is already useless. He has to get in close to be valuable. Getting in close with crowd control late game is a death sentence. But that's just one example. I'm not going to break down every single hero in this one video because it would take forever, but I wanted to use Zhao and Layla example because it's the easiest way to understand and the quickest to explain. You may be wondering, what if I want to use Zhao? What ADC should we have? Great question. Bruno is a good pick. I've already talked about Bruno in this series and you can go back and watch those other episodes to hear more, but basically he's a good early game ADC. He has the best escapability out of all the ADC, he has an ultimate that can damage the entire team even early game, and he even has stuns and slows. He's fully equipped to charge in guns blazing side by side with Zhao. But thinking even more about team composition, let's go with an Estes pick next. We have 2 options here. We have Bruno and Zhao and Estes, then we have Layla, Freya, and Estes. Now pause the video and in the comments section let me know which team you think is more valuable with Estes. Now hopefully you've left your opinion in the comments section by now, but in my opinion, I definitely say Bruno and Zhao would benefit more from Estes. The reason is, being aggressive early game can be very dangerous. If you have someone constantly capable of healing you when you're pushing, it makes that aggression a bit safer. While Layla and Freya don't need a healer as much because since your ADC is a late game hero, Estes isn't as useful. Layla can stay out of range and won't go down very easy, and the team supporting Layla should be building items that allow them to sustain because they have to last until late game. But now you're probably wondering, what if the other team has an Estes and you don't? Now, in a perfect world, Freya and the tank would be wearing Deadly Blade, making Estes pretty much useless, or the tank and assassin, or however you want to do the item split. It's a team thing. But even without Deadly Blade, if your team has items that allows you all to sustain, Layla does so much damage late game, all the heals in the world won't help, especially if you all take the time to focus the same hero. Honestly, I could go on all day about team compositions, and I probably will be doing a part 2 to this video, so let's get this video to 500 likes for a part 2. But ending off here, you may be wondering why I'd pick Freya with the Layla team. Freya has a lot of crowd control. If she can stun an entire group, combine that crowd control with Tigreal, who also can stun an entire group, that combo is just ridiculous, and it also gives the other team bigger problems to worry about than just trying to focus and kill Layla. So when it comes to late game team comps, it's safer to leave the support category out, which allows you to use the other 5. Layla, Freya, Tigreal, Karina, and Cyclops is a very strong late game team. Now, of course, you can swap heroes out, but think about these kits and why these heroes are so strong. We have a lot of crowd control, we have a lot of damage. Karina has speed boost, which allows her to survive better. Cyclops has the ability to speed up and stay alive as well. All these heroes can survive in late game. You have a lot of damage and you have a lot of crowd control. All around, this team just makes a lot of sense. Freya can initiate the team fights by stunning everyone, or Tigreal can initiate, whatever you want to do. After those two have stunned the crap out of everybody, Layla should be dealing damage, Karina should be wiping out anyone whose health gets too low, and Cyclops should be bursting people and trapping anyone who tries to escape. There are so many different types of comps that could work, and even so many different ways to use this comp, but this is an introduction into team composition. If you want part 2 to this video, let's get this video to 500 likes. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and turn on those notifications. And I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out.
If that's what you think, then talk about it.